Y'all really need to do something about this wall. I have just white over here, and then I got color and thriving and all of that over here, and it's clashing. It just doesn't look good. Recently, I've been browsing TikTok these days, and I've been seeing a bunch of videos like this.
I really need y'all to understand how up it feels to be a Black creator, giving your all to your content, knowing that the algorithms are literally working against you. That not only does the algorithm read the color of your skin, but it will also give palm-colored creators more views per likes than if you are brown-skinted.
One thing that I've noticed with coffee creators is that if they get 200 likes per 1,000 views, the video will be on track to perform well. However, that number is lower for ice cream creators. I feel like Charlie Day from It's Always Sunny. If you look here, you can see that the dots connect.
Content like this is the reason I stopped, one, making TikToks with the purpose of growing a following, and two, making content for the purpose of making money. Because it will never amount to what a white influencer that has a bunch of minions that literally look the same as her will make and will influence people.
Content creators of color are basically saying that the algorithm is what's holding them back from being able to grow the way that they want to grow and should be able to grow, compared to their white counterparts, or I can do it like how they do it on TikTok. I don't know why they do this. Hopefully it's not to dodge the algorithm. But there was one video on the subject that stuck out.
One thing that's really important to bring up in this conversation is the fact that people of color do not support each other. Yes, I said it. People of color do not support each other until someone gets famous. If a person of color gets famous and gets a cosign from white Hollywood, then people of color support them.
Now, that got me thinking, is it really the algorithm that is stopping content creators of color from succeeding? Or is it that we just don't support each other enough? Now that sent me down this long anecdotal path to discover my Wack Thesis on the topic. When it comes to content creation, creators of color can stand to do better if we supported our own more often. First, let's look at the attitudes that we have in the Black community. Now, I can't speak for other communities of color because we're all creators of color and we're all kind of struggling at the same way. In the Black community, unfortunately, our attitude towards content creation just isn't good. It isn't the best. What it feels like is that oftentimes, if you are not doing anything what is considered stereotypical Black, people don't really like it too much. Like, oh, you know, you want to be, your favorite hobby is hiking? What are you, white? Or you want to be an actor instead of an athlete? Way. And that attitude boils over into content creation as well. But even when we're talking about just content creators, Black content creators, I have to do a circle, Black content creators, we also don't have really the best attitude when it comes to it either. It's two schools of thought that we normally have. One, like the girl was saying earlier in the video, we don't support each other until we have a cosigner or we've already made it. One of the biggest things that I see too is that we really do down each other up until the point of then you made it, now it's like I always knew you would make it. The second attitude that comes in with content creation is this. Oftentimes we feel like we can't support other Black content creators because we feel like they either A, owe us the same support that we gave to them, or B, that they're just clout chasing.
Do anything for clout. They do anything for clout.
And so you have a lot of Black content creators who are constantly at war with each other because they feel like one person is clout chasing or this person was only around just long enough to do whatever. You may be wondering, hey Jump, this is all cool and all, but how does this affect me, a content creator? So one of the things that it does for creators of color is that one, we have lower viewer counts for everything. So, you know, if you have less viewer counts, that means that I have less negotiating power for my contracts or whatever for, you know, for my deals with marketing and all of that. Less brand deals. That's the word I was looking for. Brand deals. So less viewers mean less getting paid, less payouts on brand deals. Less brand deals mean less money I'm making. The less money I'm making, the more my motivation leaves. And if I don't have the motivation to create, I'm going to eventually leave. And that'll be another content creator of color just gone. Also, side note, I just want to say this. For all of the people who are going to have this comment about, oh, well, you should only want to do it for fun. You shouldn't do it for money or you're going to have a bad time. Look, we get it. But here's the deal. Most people are not going to pick up hobbies unless they can A, put the resource and time into it, and B, feel like it's worth it. If I can't, for a lot of people, content creation is all about time and money. They're not going to be able to continue to do this if they're not making any money from it and they just feel like they're sinking a whole bunch of stuff into it. And that's just the truth of the matter. Second way of how it affects us is this. Because we are not positive towards each other, you really get rid of a lot of black content creators or content creators of color. I keep saying black because I'm thinking about me specifically, but all content creators of color, like the less support they get, the more likely they're not going to start from the very beginning. And it sucks because I feel like there are a lot of great content creators who just don't get a chance or would never give it a chance because they don't want to be clowned. I know this video may seem like doom and gloom and like, man, we're never going to get out of this. I mean, why would I be a content creator with this skin tone? I'm here to tell you that there are some positives. We can help each other out. Here's how we can help each other out. Encourage everybody. Encourage all of us to be able to create our own content. When we encourage people to make content, we get more content creators who look like us. And boy, am I tired of saying content creators, creators of color, anything with a C. And there's nothing against white content creators, but sometimes you just want to get on the app and just see somebody make a joke that looks like you. That's all it is. Let's give more action-specific feedback. I'm not going to tell you where I learned that from, just know I learned it from a job. The thing is that there are going to be sometimes, people are going to have some bumpy roads when they create their content. Not all of it is going to be good. It's a lot of unfiltered thoughts sometimes. But when we give more specific feedback as to how they can grow instead of
everybody is trying their ass off. Everybody has Twitch, YT, TTV, trying to make a fucking career out of sweating their balls off in pub solos. They not getting it through their fucking thick ass skull. It's not gonna happen.
And also too, it's not fair to him because I did kind of take one clip out of the whole thing that he said, but it was an overall negative tone, even though he did give action specific feedback. But if we can help each other out by giving us more feedback and an encouraging environment, what you'll start to see is that more people will grow. But when you just tell people they suck, that usually brings them out of it. Let's give each other unconditional support. Let's give them their flowers before they get big, and then all of a sudden we like RDC World. Like, ooh, their videos are so good. Sorry, went off on a wild tangent there. Now, when I say unconditional, I don't mean, hey, I'm watching your stream, I'm finna drop 5 stacks on you cause you need the support. I don't mean that. If let's say, hey, maybe this video I can only look at it, or I can spend maybe 5 to 10 minutes of your stream. Maybe I can share this video with a couple of friends, or maybe I can leave a comment. Like, that's support. You don't have to go all out like everybody else. That can be support as well. With all of that being said, let me go ahead and say the whole like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff if you want to support me that way as well. Before we get out of this video though, I do want to hear your thoughts on it. If you say, hey Eric, hey Jump, you know what? You're absolutely right. Black people don't support each other. And you want to stroke my ego a bit, that's cool. But also if you want to disagree and be like, nah, you're tripping. Black people support each other. It really is just the algorithms. That's the only thing that's keeping us down. I would love to hear it. I would love to hear it. And also, hopefully I have a podcast episode talking about it really soon.